What is up? Welcome to Bleach Boys. As always, joined by Josh and Jose. We're still cranking our way through. I think we technically finish the Muramasa arc, as I'm going to say, because we don't know what happens after this.
No, what was it? The outro was a little misleading.
It's all over the place. You kind of get the end to the Muramasa story. No one went to check to see if Koga was double tapped. Byakuya, of course, good guy, we learned.
Yeah.
Then you find out that you think Yamamoto was the GOAT, but really Byakuya is the GOAT because he's just fucking overpowered as shit. Fuck Koga. Muramasa has Stockholm Syndrome, and Ichigo, for some reason, is just relating to Muramasa, and who the fuck knows why.
I think for the next set of episodes, it was they got the memo. Wow, this is a awesome, fucking amazing filler arc at the very beginning. So then they started working on making a series after where it's like, what's it going to be like in normal life with the Zanpakuto? And then they didn't realize that it was going to go
the previous episodes
trash.
we've done for this, we've done like 7-8 episodes, a bunch.
I think we did 5 this time, right?
This time we did 5 on the dot, which is like our bare minimum that we usually do. Because it dragged. I ain't gonna lie, it dragged.
Yeah, this last bit was just it was a little too much to watch.
Yeah,
I thought at one point, I think maybe 15 minutes of that entire time, it was gonna turn around and get better, and it didn't.
Well,
I mean, the animation was great though.
They hired the guy
on
that did
some
Shuei.
parts. The animation was
Byakuya
great.
fight.
Like,
Yeah, it's like they had, okay, we're going to have you do 2 scenes. We're going to have you fight Muramasa, and we're going to have Koga versus Byakuya. And then we're going to break your fucking arm, and then you're just going to have to deal with that.
How that works in like the anime industry, people are assigned like cuts.
Yeah.
So like, there's usually one guy where it's like, this is going to be your cut right here.
And he made everyone else
And
look bad.
and then it's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
oh shit. And then it's like, oh, what just happened? Oh, it's a different guy.
Yeah.
I love all those like zoomed in ones where like the sword's about to hit them and they're like,
Yeah. The Byakuya fight was killer.
I have to say that was one of the best fights I've ever seen in Bleach.
Well, you're wrong.
Which
Completely
one?
wrong.
Which one's better?
The Shuei one was infinitely better.
I like that a lot more too.
That's you can't even
it
compare.
lasted longer.
It's way better.
The
doesn't
Shuei fight was super good, but it did not last
The
as long.
Byakuya fight had parts of it like, oh, okay, yeah. The Shuhei fight all the way through was full throttle awesome.
I thought it was super good.
And like the
I'll
animation in the Shuhei fight was infinitely better as well.
You think
agree.
so?
Yes, sir.
100%.
Oh, did they get? I think they did start going to the blur motion at one point. Okay, I'll allow that. I still think it was a better fight.
And it's like, I think the
It
Byakuya
is a
one
good fight.
stalled out because he goes back and does like the classic. They pull a lot of the OG Byakuya stuff back into it. And it's like that, it slows down the fight too much. Meanwhile, the Shuhei one was gas.
Yeah.
Gas all the time.
that guy didn't even get a chance.
Yeah.
It was kind of rough.
And
then,
like, do we, I'm kind of speechless. Do we want to talk about Koga at all?
no.
Like,
He's
what,
awful.
what the fuck?
He's just kind of an asshole through and through. Like
Yeah.
towards
Like,
the
he
end,
has
it's like,
no redeemable points about him. He's kind of a likable person in the very first flashback, which we watched last episode.
I thought it was
and
really cool.
We all thought, Sam said, classic Soul Society.
Yep.
They fucked over somebody, which they did.
Yes.
But this guy held a grudge the whole time.
They kind of like lit the fuse,
Yeah.
and then he was like, I'm going to piss gasoline all over it. Like,
And he's just like, randomly just like, he went full Joker.
yes,
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And it was very much like his, I don't know, like his whole downfall, like in this flashbacks we see. So first thing first that he fucks up on, which I thought was dumb as hell.
Yep.
He tracks down the people who betray him instantly.
Yeah.
and just slaughters them.
First thing he does, slaughters them, doesn't get a confession, doesn't get shit.
But everyone kind of agreed was like, they kind of had it coming.
But like, I think even like when Genrei, which is like old man Byakuya for the people out there, when he kind of confronts him, he's like, well, why did you kill them?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have to do that. They
Are you
pull some
stupid?
strings,
Like the 3 people who could confirm that you're not like a bad guy, you just killed.
But I have to say, first of all, Genrei was like, oh shit, he's gonna get like sent to trial. I have to do something. Teleports away.
Yeah.
Classic, just looking at a wall. Yeah.
He was in his office looking at a desk.
There was no paperwork or anything. He's just
He was looking at the desk.
Checks
You couldn't
out.
see it.
He was thinking, all right?
see
He
it.
was trying to figure out who he's going to call.
Josh is projecting
Yeah.
on our
Yeah.
wonderful old man Byakuya. Because he was
I
in
love
his
them.
office. He was in his office. The camera scene was looking back from the desk, where the desk would be towards the door because somebody ran through the door.
I've just seen all of the other scenes with him.
You're
and
just
he's
trying
all-
to. This is a smear campaign.
just looks
this
out
is
a
a
fucking
classic
window.
smear campaign.
Hey, man, the man is powerful. He can cast a force field.
Yes.
And
Which let's
He's basically a Jedi.
Yep.
So Genrei, he shows up to confront Koga, and Koga sends out Muramasa, of course, is like, oh, Muramasa, whisper Muramasa.
Wait.
Muramasa fucking
Wait.
dives
It was like
through
this.
him, and then he's like, oh, that's weird. And then he proceeds to like hop around him in a circle, like trying to like poke at
It
him.
was
Like,
essentially like old man and dude playing basketball.
yeah, or it's like he's a fucking
just hear,
cat.
"Huh."
Like, the cat's like testing stuff with the
Yes.
paw, and it was just ridiculous. And the guy, we rewinded it because I was like,
first
Because
episode we watched.
because we didn't hear it.
I was like, okay, what was the explanation for how Ginrei just became a Force ghost? Like, is he
Yeah.
actually not there? Is that an
Yeah.
ability?
He's
Like,
projecting.
what's
like
going on?
I was earlier.
It's a barrier.
Yeah.
It's a barrier somehow that makes him invisible.
only to
invulnerable.
Zanpakutos
Yeah.
that want to play games.
Oh yeah, that's correct.
Yes, yes,
because
yes.
fucking Koga cuts off the classic Byakuya little hairpiece, which they give the name for, but who
Yeah.
cares? And throws it at him. That hits him. Hits the chest and went off.
Because metaphorically, it hurt him deeper than
No, yes,
Yeah,
it was a deep metaphorical cut.
I
Yes.
would have loved if the green went just a little open.
Yeah,
And then it's like,
you
oh,
let it in.
hollow.
Yeah.
It was so.
Just
it
to
was
add
so
the
bad.
disrespect.
We've never had to go back.
Yeah.
And except for like the whole
when we proved Josh wrong last time.
yeah, I can't remember their names
The
right now.
Yumi Chika fight.
Yumi
Yeah.
Chika fight. That's the only time, and that was after Bleach
Yeah.
Boys. During Bleach Boys, Sam and I and Jose were all like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought we were getting like heavy dump lore. It was like
Because
Ginry's
like
fucking.
for me, I was watching it and I'm like, oh cool. I really wonder what Ginrei's abilities are.
Yeah.
I'm
wanted
really
I
interested
wanted
in
to
that.
see his Zanpakuto.
So it's like he goes. That's like, oh, is that an ability? Because we're in a filler arc.
Yeah.
You know, remember everybody.
Do
so
as you
nothing
wish.
can
Just
be
throw
fucking
anything
said.
out there.
So I'm like, oh, I wonder what it is because he's a canon character, but he's very key to this filler part.
Yeah.
It's a barrier. Don't worry about it. Don't ask questions.
But I also like he's trash. By the way, he's a trash
talking about
person.
Ginrei?
Yes. I have a gripe.
No.
Because
no.
they had clear intention.
Spit on him.
They could have killed that dude.
It's COVID, please.
Oh yeah, sorry.
He and Old Man Yamamoto and the two useless fuckers carrying the big boxes.
Oh, they're not useless. They brought that stuff. You're
Yep,
gonna let
damn
old people
straight,
carry
damn
that?
Straight, damn straight.
By the way, that episode turned into like a scene from Naruto. It's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yep, okay, we're gonna do this thing.
They sealed him.
It was stupid. And
Why?
they're like,
Why?
the one time Koga's powers don't work, they're like, oh, we have to seal him. Kill him. And then right after, hey, Byakuya, I just want to let you know, so I
Okay,
didn't
no,
have
I'm
the
not letting you
heart
get away from the original point. This is the classic Josh situation happening.
Ugh.
Why is Ginrei bad?
because he didn't kill Koga.
Yeah, but that's
And he
not-
passed his
That's
his
his
buck off to-
son-in-law. That's
Yeah.
his son-in-law.
So he passed it to his grandson. Like, hey, homie, I couldn't do it.
He
so you
didn't
take
your
pass
uncle.
it. He didn't. Well, he did kind of pass it, like he did.
Yeah.
But it was more of like a, hey, this might happen, and you need to know all
and
this
you
stuff.
don't have the option that I did. Therefore, you must
He
kill
has
him.
no. He has no connection. Fucking take him out.
Exactly.
It's like he ain't got no remorse. It's like Ray.
But dude,
So you think Genrei was just like, I couldn't kill him?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's too personal for me. Like I like hand trained him and stuff. But it's like you, Byakuya, fucking go for it, man.
He brought Old Man Yamamoto. He was like, okay, well, we're just gonna kill him, right? Like he whips the sword out. He's like, this guy
Because
can't hear you.
here is why. All right, I'm gonna go and explain the plot that we watched to Josh.
Okay.
In order to fight Koga, they needed to put up the barrier of their mind, so that, like, which they explained when they have to focus on like honing their mind, they can't fight at full strength.
So they
So
couldn't kill
Genrei
him?
was explained that to when all the people were in Yamamoto's
before he got
little
kicked?
hangout spot.
Yep.
He was like, "I'm gonna need a second person because if it's just me, I can't fight full strength while like protecting my mind."
Gotcha.
So Yamamoto was like, "Cool, hey, I'm in. Let's fucking go."
Just the strongest captain.
Because, like Pythes has said before, this whole spiritual pressure bullshit. He was like, I need someone with really high spiritual pressure to even be able to do it.
And Aizen
so
just came out of the
Yamamoto was
woodworks.
like, yeah. So Yamamoto was like, yeah, I'll fucking go. Which it seems weird because the filler arcs, Yamamoto is so much more a frontline person.
Yeah.
Always.
he's just there.
It's like they're like, hey, we know he's cool.
Yeah.
We don't want to use him in the anime at all. Also, his fucking vice captain's just trash and never comes back.
Hey,
How
how
dare
dare they
you?
disrespect him?
No.
Josh, are you got a
When
problem?
Bisuke came back.
You got a problem
When
tonight?
Bisuke came back, that
God,
dude had
what's wrong
3
with him?
You're
seconds of
shitting
screen
on
time.
all of the characters.
Can we just put a big black block right there?
We're gonna have to seal him. We're gonna
Yeah,
have to seal
exactly.
him.
Right, Sam, do it. You ready, Sam?
Yeah, get the spears.
I'm throwing my Muramasa at you. He's just gonna hold you.
Hanky pinky, walk
This
around.
is so stupid.
I can't believe you are shitting on Genrei. You're
Yep.
shitting on Chojiro.
Yep.
Our boy. Our boy.
He's a
That's his name.
legend.
I got you. Yeah.
Sasakibe.
Yet you're gonna stick up for fucking Wabi.
Komamoru came back.
Komamura.
Komamura, yeah.
Ah!
We've been really.
I am
fucking
the
that.
smartest one in the room.
Yeah, you've destroyed me. Is that really? I thought it was Komamoru.
Nope.
Oh, Komamura.
Yeah, I get stronger every day.
Just until he forgets. Just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait a month.
Yeah, just wait a month and it's gone.
He's absorbing Vastolordes at a fucking rate we've never seen.
Oh my god, can we talk about that? He's just swallowing
That
Menos.
never comes up. The Vastolorde thing in particular never comes up again.
Gillians everywhere.
Yeah.
Just all of them. But Vastolorde, I just found
Like,
one.
I have a serious question to you
That's
guys.
why Aizen couldn't find him.
Do you feel any sense of like, oh, how are they going to get out of this when Menos Grande show up?
No.
It's just no threat,
They had
right?
what, like 7 captains, and they're just like,
like back in fucking episode 12, it was
And
a
then-
threat to Ichigo.
Yeah, and then Byakuya.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, they
Absolutely
didn't even
ridiculous.
hold back. They're like, Byakuya, after fighting Koga and doing a bunch of other shit, was
Getting
like, I can
stabbed.
kill 5 of them in one sweep.
Yep.
Wasn't even Bankai, and he can decimate the whole,
Yep.
like, the
Yep.
screen was pink. And then we get fucking Hitsugai. Oh, man. Fuck, dude, I don't
It
know.
was such a bad showing, and it's like they did. So I noticed a trend where they pretty much pick and choose when they want stuff to be strong.
Yeah.
Like an example, when Byakuya was originally fighting Koga,
Yeah.
which, as we said, cool fight. He doesn't use Senbon Zakura as like a second person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
which he
meanwhile
could have.
everybody else does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody else and their mom is basically having double Zanpakuto power.
I'm sorry. I saw the last bits of scenes. All they did was,
That's after, please. Let's
they
that's
weren't
after.
fighting.
yes,
Come
yes.
That's
on.
after.
That's when they were trying to go
Josh
Super
is
Saiyan.
doing some sort of a fucking smear campaign on the Soul Society. I don't know what's happening.
I was decimated by how poorly written these fucking last few episodes were.
But it's like they basically everybody else, like we talked about when Hitsugaya showed up.
Yeah.
Is basically that means you get double Zanpakuto.
Exactly.
Byakuya is the only one who decides, nah.
Yeah.
He was,
He's like, I could do
he was
this
pretty
myself.
But then it's like instead, like they kind of like, oh, he's gonna take the power within him. You know, it's like
Yeah.
he's gonna use him as his eyes. But it's like surely the saying is a saying. 2 is better than 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fully agree.
Like
Yeah,
they could have taken out Koga
Well,
instantly.
It sounds like you're doing a smear campaign on
Minor
Byakuya.
facts. You're switching around the timeline
No,
like, oh, they're
they
just
trash.
screaming. What are they doing? But it's like that's not.
One
No.
thing at a time, boys.
Okay.
It's like they just decide, like they try to do this really cool moment where they're like,
We'll give you my power.
no,
Oh, sorry.
where all of the fucking Zanpakuto show up and they're
Yeah.
like, hey, it's like we're here too. What's up?
Yeah.
And of course, it's like all the Zanpakuto we've seen the most of.
Yeah.
And all
Except
of
for
them,
Wabisuke.
except for Wabisuke is there. Wabisuke's
Yeah, he's
there.
there.
But he don't do shit.
Sasakibe is
Sasakibe.
fucking missing
Yeah.
for some reason, and then Shuhei.
Yeah, that's true.
Which
Josh pointed
are-
it out.
Oh, yeah.
2 of the people we've seen the most. Well, like we've seen Sasakibe's Zanpakuto a lot.
Yeah.
Not him, but Shuhei and his Zanpakuto we've seen a lot, and
also,
they're missing.
Jushiro and
They're
Shilka.
I mean,
kind of stuck in
they're-
the
yeah, they're
volcanoes.
doing
What I
their
would
own
assume
thing,
is
yeah.
happening there.
So why is Hitsugaya there?
Oh, okay, touche. Touche. I give you that one.
Yeah, you're
Touche.
right.
Yamamoto
You're very
didn't show
right.
up. It's some bullshit.
That is a great question.
Yamamoto would not show up to that.
Yeah,
Remember, it's
so-
Ichigo's fault.
They just
they-
Where's Unohana's?
They're kind of the big dogs, you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like I would explain, you know, Ukitake, you know, Chill Captain, Yamamoto. They're like kind of protecting home base.
Okay.
So I would assume that, and then Unohana's obviously healing people. But like they sent out everybody else. Why are they keeping Shuhei? And like,
Yeah.
where the fuck? I
Shuei's
guess
still, he's
you know,
tired.
technically you
he's
say,
knocked
oh,
out.
Sasakibe wants to hang out with Yamamoto or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, the fuck. Like,
They also made Mayuri seem like such a badass because he was
Yeah.
just sitting there staring. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, you brought back fucking Omaida's bullshit.
they do also like casually kind of mention an explanation where they're like, it's like, oh yeah, Mayuri broke all the mind control. It's like he's still working on some of them though. It's like, okay,
So they're like,
dude.
oh, these guys are still
Yeah,
not good.
I would
yeah.
like to just state that we didn't believe that this guy actually killed Rukia Zanpakuto. He full did.
Yeah, he
He legitimately, no remorse,
for
full
the
killed
cause,
Zanpakuto.
for the plot.
But can we talk about how much more of a badass Byakuya is than
Yes.
even Yamamoto?
Yes.
Because Yamamoto, full well knowing, so Yamamoto and Byakuya both knew fully what was going on the moment it happened. But you find out in the flashbacks that Yamamoto knows all he's got to do is shut his mind off and fight, and he's still fine. But instead, when he shows up, when he's like, oh, I'm going to put myself a bit in a barrier and just sit and just turn myself off.
I think that's
It's
just
like,
a
dog, you know
continuity
damn
error.
well you could fight. Like, yeah, I
He
saw it in the
could've easily
flashback.
Killed.
Yeah.
we would have been done.
It doesn't make any sense.
There would be no story.
It's like they show this reveal in the flashback, like, oh yeah, Yamamoto's actually taught a way to fight from Genrei, the guy who knows all about it. Yeah. It's like, yeah, actually, I just put myself in a barrier and went to sleep, basically.
You know what? He was probably he was tired. Yeah. He just wanted to take a quick nap, unbothered, but no one can handle anything.
And then like you remember, so like when Ichigo fights Zangetsu, we're like, oh, what the fuck? Ichigo got his Zanpakuto back so quick.
Yeah.
Byakuya got his back even quicker.
Yep,
dude. The first ever fucking encounter he had with his
get the slideshow,
the fucking Mirio slideshow, and and he instantly takes him out. Instantly.
It really kind of okay. I always had a problem with Byakuya because Sam said it before. When they show you somebody's powers early on, they're borderline trash.
They're fucked.
Byakuya is the only one that has gotten god tier without his Zanpakuto.
But note, they have not changed his Zanpakuto at all.
No,
they've just basically added other shit because they showed it already.
Yeah. They just made him bonkers crazy. Like he was holding back against Ichigo hardcore.
Oh, very much so. He didn't want to kill him.
It's like, and they just he's a great character, but like they maxed him out at the beginning, and then they're like, ooh, we're gonna have to give him like stealth force stuff. He's gonna have to use a lot of like Hado and shit because it's just all over the place.
Yeah.
Which I thought the slideshow, by the way, was very good.
It was.
I liked
it. Kind of showed like
really
how
nice,
dunked on Zenbone Sakura got. Like, hey, they're cut. Nope, he just lightning him.
Purposely went into the sewers and then fucking dunked him. Like.
He probably pulled that move on fucking Renji's on Pakto. Remember where they're like, we went into the sewers. It's like, I could just blow you up. It's fine.
yeah.
Oh,
it was so good
shit.
Like, Byakuya, once again, just exceeds every time. And it's like, there's a point in the fight, too, where they're like, oh, no, the sky's ripping open. All the Menos Grande, which, by the way, once again, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
But then there's two of them.
Byakuya and Senmazaka are the first ones to be like, we're just going to try and steal that shit.
We literally had, fucking 7 minutes of, what do we do?
Yeah. They do a lot of the... cut to reaction, and then there's
they just had
fucking
so many.
12 people there. So it's like it's 12 cut to reaction, and then it's like, oh, he's doing this. Oh, he's doing this. Oh, he's doing this. Oh, he's doing this. It was like a cascade of bullshit every time.
I mean, they got to fill up airtime.
That's 100% what it was. 100.
I feel like what happened to Sasakibe's Zanpakuto?
Go ahead.
He finally showed up and then immediately got hit by fucking Byakuya's Zenbone Sakura pew pew power. He's just like, guys, I'm here. Oh, fuck, I've been hit. And then fell. Because Komamoru was there with the big fucking boy, and they were fighting fucking Zaraki, who apparently couldn't show up for this either.
He didn't want to.
Good point. I agree. No, he would want to. I bet I agree.
Exactly. Yeah. And fucking, they keep the
you're right.
proportions guy got rehired again because there was some swords that were different lengths, but apparently Komamura's. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank God. It's been really awkward since I got decimated
on the last one, though.
Yeah, but his fucking Bankai is bigger than I thought it was, and he could have literally just stuck his sword in that little slit and be like,
first of all, I don't forgive you for still fucking Sasakibe at the beginning of that sentence. So go die in a hole. Secondly, Byakuya could have done the same thing.
Yep.
He spent so much of his petals trying to steal the shit. He could have just shot it in there and wiped them all out.
You know what I was thinking that whole time when they were like, the Garganta, like, oh my God. And they had to do the fucking spirit bomb bullshit.
Yes.
That's
exactly what that was.
Aizen can just rip Garganta open and close them whenever he feels like.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Well, Aizen is like, as we found out from Wiki Josh in the middle of watching it, Byakuya is advanced captain, whatever that means. Advanced captain.
S tier captain.
Aizen is basically like God captain.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't even
negative
apply.
Do you think he saw this and was like,
He had to. When there's a massive ass rip in the fucking Garganta, he's like, oh, yeah.
It's like, that's a good distraction. Fuck it. It's like,
that's true.
He would have gotten to real car way quicker.
Yep.
I kept waiting for because Muramasa turns into a hollow at one point,
which is really weird.
I kept waiting for them to be like, oh, he's a Vassal Lorde, because they keep referring to him as an Arrancar. But they've killed so many Arrancars. It's just like, I don't care.
Dude, he was fucking wrecking people at the very beginning,
that was
too.
That one for me was such a low animation fight where they're just like,
I am Drone Man.
Yeah, basically, we got him in one position and we're going to make him fly across the screen.
He does what Josh does when he plays Meta Knight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically, he just spams the side B, dude. He just sits there and spams it. It's just like
it's the coolest fucking move.
It was and I thought the design was lame too. It's like, I was just not
the worst.
I was not impressed.
Sense.
Yeah, I was not impressed.
Why was he like a weird Mothman?
And it would have been cool if he is a Vassal Lorde, because in my mind I was like, he's going to be a Vassalorde, and then I'm going to have to wonder where the fuck is Aizen? He needs one for his army.
A fucking number appears, he's -1 or some shit like that.
Oh my god, he's stronger than Yami.
Yeah, I would have loved that shit. But no, Orihime can just reject him for a second. He's just like, oh yeah.
No, she walked up. She was very brave.
Which Orihime was just kind of deciding when to use her powers whenever she wanted. Like there was no consistency to what she was doing.
She became a new Momo for me. Like she's always had that Momo effect, but like,
I legally cannot trash Orihime
Yeah,
because she gives me good rolls.
That's right.
Bleach Brave Souls, so I need.
You're
to,
alone.
Has she given you Sasakibe?
Tomorrow, or this will be yesterday. So let me look into the
guy,
future.
though.
Yes, she has given me Sasakibe. Yes.
You're gonna have to cut that, boy. Oh no.
So, but yeah, Orihime, I know what the fuck she was doing. Same thing with Uryu. He just decided whenever he wanted to do anything.
All of a sudden we see arrows. Brrr.
There was a lot of like, it seemed to me like a big war arc was happening where there were so many characters, and the writers behind the arc or the big final confrontation just had a hard time juggling all of their characters.
I think they had a stroke. It's better. There was one point where Uryu, and it was the funniest fucking thing Jose said tonight. It was Uryu was like, Chad, you and I have to split up. And they run, and he's like, well, fucking Uryu has like arrows, can shoot a bunch. Chad just has a little fucking cannon. Yep. And then Chad punches like 70,000 hollows in one punch. It's like, oh, well, he has a cannon, I guess. Like, it is so fucking.
It's a hyper
But did you notice they disrespected the fuck out of Chad after that?
Because right away.
Uryu clears the whole screen, and it's like, yeah. And then Chad does it, blows the whole screen away, but then immediately gets filled with more hollows.
Yeah.
And it's just like
classic move.
It's like they immediately refill Chad's, and it's like, oh, yay, good job,
Chad.
Chad.
They gave him something cool though, because he takes one of fucking Muramasa's like horns,
which goes through his shield, by the way.
Yeah, and he's just like, cool. Remember how like all the other fucking Vassalordes decimated me? Yeet.
He yeets
like,
him
Okay,
over,
but
yeah.
why didn't he? He had him stuck in the shield. Why didn't he
Hold
then
on
put it
to
on
him?
his other arm and fucking
that would've
clobber
been
him?
so sick as fuck.
Like that would have been so much cooler.
Yeah, no. They just picked and chose
And they
what
knew
gave.
about it too.
I told you they were just
yeah.
picking and choosing when things worked, what was strong. They were just all rules were out the window.
There was just one guy who's like, hey, I just really like the fucking Ichigo Byakuya fight. I think he got wrong.
I'm like,
in
as
that.
much as I hate fucking Izuru, Wabisuke guy,
he got
someone on the writers team hated him as well because we
got
did not
shafted.
see his Zanpakuto. His Zanpakuto spirit was there.
Yeah.
We did not see him until the very end where they were all leaving.
And fucking Izuru was like, raise your head, and then just gets fucking walloped by Komamura.
You got it.
Wolf
Yeah.
boy.
Close enough.
Because it's just it was, and Maida's there, by the way. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
He
boy.
made it. You know,
Yeah. He was wrecking hollows. I saw him doing stuff.
I
He
feel
was,
like somehow Sam in the
Mister?
future has gone to the fucking people that were writing this arc, and he's like, Mako Maida fucking great.
he had one of the funniest moments of the whole arc. Okay, put that
could you
next to his
explain it to
name.
me?
The
When
Mister.
Mayuri was going to torture.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
that's
that
one.
was
Thank
really
you,
good.
I will
thank
allow
you.
that.
Yep.
So when his really long shitty Zanpakutos was like, call me Mister whatever.
I thought that was
It was
kinda
probably
funny.
like supposed to be called like Call Me Sensei or something
or like
that.
senpai or
But
something.
Yeah.
I was hoping he was gonna be still salty about like, you let me
I
die.
thought that was gonna be
Yep.
it as well.
But it's like, you call me Mister.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be that thing because he was like, "Why?" He was like, "You kind of fucked me."
It
It's
would
like, I
have been
thought
so much better.
You
I would've
let
liked
it
his
happen to me.
character.
yeah,
But
but it was good.
They went through like everyone powering up, and it was like, oh, cool. Okay, cool. This
Meanwhile,
is like,
Ichigo got sucked into the giant red
we
bubble.
don't want to talk about that shit.
That was like
The mushroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that was just kind of ridiculous. Like the whole like Muramasa like expands to some fucking dumbass thing.
Yeah.
And Ichigo's the only one that gets sucked in. Like I get that like Muramasa kind of like a fascination with Ichigo, but kind of like no one related to Muramasa at all this whole series. So
Yeah.
it's like I get Ichigo's the main character, and it's like oh Muramasa like, oh, you got that weird hollow power. That's so
Yeah.
weird.
That's nice.
Interesting. I
I
like
eat
it.
those, don't you know?
But like they don't have any sort of connection. Like
No.
so like the whole scene at the end where like Ichigo's trying so hard to relate to Muramasa. Like
Yeah.
you gotta stop. It's like you guys, there's no connection here.
I mean,
Like,
I do feel bad for Muramasa.
We did
I do
establish.
as well, but I'm saying Ichigo doesn't know that. So like I
Yeah.
don't get what Ichigo's hard on is for
Meanwhile,
Muramasa.
Zangetsu's just like, hey, you need to figure
Oh
out a
yeah,
way
that
to
part
get
was
out.
funny. He's like, hey, yo,
Hey.
time's running out, boy.
Zangetsu is a fucking biter, by the way. Big time biter.
Oh, really?
All right.
Don't say.
So here's what happened. Koga is fighting Byakuya, okay?
I knew this was
and
gonna be a point of contention.
Koga starts using his abilities without Zanpakuto, where he's basically Bargain Bin Aizen, by the way, which we didn't even
Seriously.
mention. Bargain Bin Aizen.
with a cool effect.
Yeah. But it's like his seems like it kind of fades out of reality. Like he can't hold it very long. So he's
Yeah.
like ding 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 ding. Fucking Byakuya is losing, and his Zanpakuto spirit, which is now inside of him because he's not fighting 2v1, he's like, I'll be your eyes and ears, so like this illusion doesn't affect you.
you're right.
Yeah.
Okay? And then Ichigo starts having the same thing happen to him when he's fighting Muramasa, and Zangetsu's like, don't worry, I'll be your eyes and ears. Fucking copycat bitch, dude.
Well, you bring up a very good point in the story. There's a point where Koga's full thrusting at fucking Byakuya, and you're like, dude, he's got a fucking plan.
Yeah.
He did not have a plan. He was going to die. Once again, this guy full yeets. This dude is reckless as fucking shit.
Hey,
I was amazed.
you go 100.
He went like 120, and he was just like, okay, right
Well,
after
he
that.
was in the mode, wasn't he? Where he was like, hey, offense only, boys. Here we
Yeah,
go.
that was pretty cool.
Fuck him.
But I hate when he does that, where he's got all the fucking swords, and he only picks one, and then, oh, I've been tangled. Oh, no. And it's like, pew, 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 pew. I
Yeah.
cut all your little fucking tangly boys.
And then he goes into super glowing mode.
Yeah, that was still cool. I forgot that he did that.
Did the Tangly thing remind me? Because I'm getting two scenes
All right,
mixed up here.
Shikamaru. There's two of them.
So does Koga control the shadows? Is that how he was saying he was doing
It's
it?
the reflection.
But that's Muramasa specifically.
No, I think it's the same thing.
But there
That's
was
their
like no
power.
reflection where like Byakuya and them were
ice.
fighting.
It was ice.
Yeah, Koga was pulling out the fucking bonkers
He had
Bakudos,
powers. Yeah,
like,
out of
or
nowhere.
Kyos.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he made Shiba, that one vice captain,
Shiba?
Cayenne, look like a fucking chump, dude.
Yeah, it is kind of lame
Yeah.
that they just have the fucking giant trench of water. Like one
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, okay, so my water Zanpakuto is trash then? Like,
Yeah,
Yep.
and they're like, hey, we've got the pole arm going for
Yeah.
that, and I can just shoot laser beams and fucking massive ice spikes.
Yep.
But he went off that reflection, was when he did the little thing, which...
Well, I'm just trying to think because like Byakuya's thing turns everything black, right, with like pink. So it's like, where does the reaction or like the reflection like come in off of like?
Oh,
Maybe they're illuminating because I don't know
right.
the petals are.
Yeah, because I think
Oh.
for the petals to be pink, they have to reflect light also.
Oh, you know what?
So-
I think I know what you're talking about now, because he... Oh,
Remember,
fuck.
he was just standing there,
They,
and then
they were in Zenpon Sakura.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were in the.
They were in the fucking...
Yeah, that's
were in
what
Bankai.
I'm
Oh.
saying,
Yeah.
and it's like I don't get because the swords come down when he's trapped, like when he's got all the things wrapped around him, and it basically hits right where they are on the
Yeah.
thing.
Yep.
But then like Ichigo goes on to explain later, oh, they're just reflections. I just have to distort the reflection.
There was no reflections.
Yeah,
It was all
and it's
black.
like, and then
Yeah.
if the swords are thrown down, surely the reflection is still there. Like he shouldn't have been able to
Oh.
get freed off of the Zanpakuto.
I would-
yeah, that's a very good point.
I would say, because I feel like when he fought
I would
Ichigo-
imagine that maybe it is still ice on the ground.
But they
yeah.
just made it black
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
aesthetics. Because I was trying to think when he fought Ichigo with that, you see the hill. Like, he's got
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
fucking things. But you can see. Whereas in this fight, they just went all black. And it's
Yeah.
like, I think that to their detriment, because us big brains over here, like, where's the reflection?
Brave souling it the whole time.
And so there is, I think I said 10 more episodes left of this filler before we go back to canon. Everything is done. And it's like
Koga wasn't double tapped.
Yeah, the only thing that's not done is Koga was not double tapped.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like in the previews for next time, there's like an orc guy like
Yeah.
attacking.
yeah,
and, like,
I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Rukia Zanpakuto is back.
Oh,
like
the Bakudos are coming back.
Oh, there you go.
it's gonna be an all-star filler one right here. 10 episodes. All the filler characters are coming back.
We're gonna get
go
another
wild.
Karakura Risers.
There was a
Yes.
point when fucking Koga's like, Zanpakuto is just a weapon. We have a myriad of weapons.
And he picks up a
fucking
random
Sam's
one.
like, he's gonna bring a Bakudo out. My older brother, what's his?
I'm a
God.
guy. It's so like it was so wild, and it doesn't make sense because like so there's two things. One is Muramasa was all like his lie was like I want to free the Zanpakutos. Like that was it.
Like revealed a long time ago.
But then you basically find out that Muramasa doesn't care about Zanpakutos, and he actually wants to be enslaved to Koga. Like he
Yeah.
wants
Yeah,
like
like
he
well,
wants
he
the
just
opposite.
he wants to be
Simp.
reunited.
But then
Yeah.
Ichigo keeps trying to harp on like, don't you want to free the Zanpakutos? He's like,
Yeah.
no, motherfucker. It's like I've said a million times. Koga stabbed me in the goddamn stomach, and I still want to be under Koga.
Yep.
Koga forever. Like, woo!
It's like, and he tries to go like, oh well, Koga just had so much power. I was so happy about that. I
Yeah.
was like, he fucking stabbed you, mate. It's
Yeah.
like time to move on.
I want to meet Aizen's fucking. He's just like,
Yeah.
like I just don't get it.
Suigetsu or Kyoketsuigetsu?
Yeah. Dude.
I would love to see it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
You'd be
what
chill
is
as
that?
fuck.
What like or what would it even be? Like just a mirror? Like
It would just be Aizen.
yeah.
It would be.
Hey, what's up?
Do you remember Inuyasha, the little girl holding the mirror?
Okay, and
Oh.
I don't remember that, but
I do.
another
Yeah.
fucking thing is they set up the whole thing like we talked about before, where who's under Byakuya's
Oh, yeah.
Zanpakuto's mask.
Oh.
Yeah.
They kept fucking around with that. We're like, oh, we're gonna finally see Did we see it? Did
Nope.
anybody
the mask
see it?
changed. It went to the mouth. It opened this time, so you could see the bottom.
You still don't know who fucking Unohana's is.
Oh, the
We know
hooded
it-
figure.
She's got to be in the next 10 episodes. That's another thing I was thinking. Koga was not double tapped, and Unohana Zanpakuto, the one we now know is the hooded one. I don't know if you knew that, Jose, but welcome to the
we
club.
kind of knew.
We kind of figured.
We haven't seen them at all.
No,
at all.
It's they literally didn't even use it. Like it had no powers. It could just fucking yeet.
That hooded figure could have been out of the story and done nothing to this whole
But they
arc.
made it
exactly.
seem
Like
so
she could
fucking
she could have been away like Zaraki.
Yep. Well, she needs to be their heel. You know, they need to have the heel bitches.
Well, I meant
$10.
like she could have been off and left Isane there.
Yeah, we doing $10 bet. What's up?
$10. My fucking tight boy forgot that the fucking green cloak was supposed to be there. So the next time we see a flashback to Ukitake and Chill Captain's swords getting blown up by Yamamoto's flames, green thing was in there as well. It's like a fucking crayon drawing of
It's
the
like
hooded
time
figure.
to punish the flames. It cuts to is like they're doing big flame moves, and the guy's like, It's like,
And then Sasakibe is like, I'm back. Fucking.
Hey,
I'm
don't
still
disrespect
here.
him.
Wait.
Dude,
Don't disrespect the man.
I've never been so disappointed in such a promising. I hate to agree with Sam. Bout arc was better than this.
Damn straight,
Bout arc
baby.
was better.
Damn. Well, I don't actually agree with you on that. I gotta say.
I feel like the Bout arc ended better than this.
I would say the Bound arc ended better than this. Where we're
Yeah.
at right now, it had a better message.
Yeah.
I think the beginning of this arc was fucking fire.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I think we all agree. I think everyone was actually paying attention.
I would
at
say
that point.
my ranking for filler arcs so far is the Amagai / Lady Ruichio arc is bottom.
Yeah.
Bit
Okay,
bottom.
Yeah.
And then the
I already
Bout
know you're
arc
top.
is middle, and then this one would be top.
Oh, I thought you were
Okay,
gonna
well,
fucking
we
meme
got
and
one
say,
more.
the soccer episode.
Well, that's part of the Lady Ruichio
Yeah.
filler arc.
Okay.
So I just kind of put that in there. That
Wow,
one
that-
episode does not redeem the whole absolute trash
fucking
can.
love that soccer arc.
It was so good. So good.
If the Bakudo or Bakudos came back, though, I would have fucking. I
Well,
would've
what's
been
next
so
for us,
dead.
though? Right? We got another arc coming up. Oh,
Well,
it's the
whatever the
same
last
arc.
10 episodes of this dumbass filler arc is, because
it's all they have.
the Zanpakuto is still hanging out.
Yeah,
Like,
Rukia.
yeah.
So this is where we get a fucking it's like a spa day. It's gonna be
Ah,
the beach episode.
Oh, there you go.
But
Everyone's
with
gonna
all
be
the Zanpakutos,
yeah, they're all
hell
gonna be
yeah.
hanging
and we're gonna get
out.
Zenmo
Yeah.
Soccer with
Yeah.
full mask still.
Paide's always had a good one where he was saying like he wishes they did more Espada like filler arcs. Like what are they
Yeah.
doing over in Hueco Mundo and stuff.
Oh,
like,
I would love
like that would have been way cooler. Like an
Yeah.
Espada beach episode. That would have been
That
sick.
would have been
Yep.
Halibel.
Yeah.
That's all I need. But yeah, I would agree, and I feel like the reason this one was so good is because it went into a realm where like no one knew, and we were like actually curious how it would go. Like,
Yeah, I don't
normal
think any of
fillers,
us saw it.
Sam's always right. It's just like you don't care, but
Yeah.
like this was cool. Like, oh, what could they possibly be doing?
They should
And-
just always do the Elseworld stuff.
yeah,
They can do whatever they want, kill whoever they want, and be like, haha, I got you. It's just fake.
yeah. I would have been cool with that because yeah,
You know, and once again, we're kind of talking like this filler arc is over, but we don't know.
Yeah.
It's like
it could
it's
just
got
pick back up.
10 more episodes of filler.
Muramasa-
I don't know if that's
Muramasa.
technically a new arc happening or if that's going to be like kind of technically a continuation of the arc. we're
Again,
in.
I think it was
But
just
Muramasa's dead for sure, and Koga is drowning in the ocean. So
A lake
yeah, sorry.
that
Did
no
you
one knew
like
about.
how fucking Muramasa Vasto Lorde form took a fucking
Well, we don't know if it
mask?
was Vastal Lord form.
Getsuga gets cut in half and then repairs himself, and then Ichigo comes up to him, no mask, Getsuga's point blank, and that's when he drops. Not when he took a full blast Getsuga
but it could
from
be like
the
a wear
mask.
down.
Yeah.
Could be like a wear down thing.
But at that point, he
Homie,
was all like
He should have been
hollowed
blitzed
out.
in half.
He was hollowed out, and then that last part he wasn't.
I feel like Chad would have fucking cannon armed him, and he would have had like a gaping hole. The way they made Chad so fucking overpowered. They made
yeah, because he didn't use his
Ichigo.
other arm. So
Yeah, he could have.
Still powerful.
He could have ended it.
Yeah, I feel like he
Wait,
could've-
maybe, maybe there was nowhere for the skull to form when he punched.
Oh.
You know how like he punches with the left
Oh, so
arm
he's
and
got
then
to be up here, so his
yeah, so and
reflections-
on the ground, and
yeah,
he gets the
but then
skull
he gets
form.
caught by the fucking Muramasa.
It's tricky.
you know, it started to rain at one point when they were finished fighting Koga.
Yeah, yeah.
You know who would have excelled in that spot? Sasakibe. So
He would have made it rain.
he's
Oh,
like,
that's right.
Oh,
he
maybe
does that.
that was him.
That was him, guys. He's like,
Guys!
I can't beat
he
it, but
set
I'm
the
giving you
mood.
this.
He set the mood. It was
He
like,
like just showed us. Oh, guys, you finished without. Oh, this is bullshit.
like, oh, everybody looks so somber. Dink.
Aw.
I got you,
But
boys.
it was totally Muramasa crying. No, I
You
don't.
mean Byakuya crying?
No, it was Muramasa cried. He went up to the sky and then cried, and that's why everyone.
He died.
Because did no one hear all of the fucking Zanpakuto? Oh, this feels different. This feels different.
Yeah, I did hear that, but it's like,
It was classic.
maybe they never felt rain before.
Why did he cry though?
They could have.
I don't know. I don't know, mate. He totally cried though.
I need
He
answers.
Byakuya let down a tear and then it started to rain.
It was just like Full Metal Alchemist boys, you know.
No, I think it's gonna be the fucking. I'm just gonna pull out because this is what the writers did. They just ass grab shit.
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
they pulled the final plot scene from
It was a
Men
man
in Black
tier.
2 when the when the chick cries, the world fucking goes in rain.
Yeah.
That they just.
I think
watched
I
that.
saw the cat that had like the universe on its collar. I think
I
I
agree.
think I
that
saw
makes a
that.
lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Very much,
Yoruichi
very,
run
very
by
much.
at some point? Like,
Yeah, she must have went. You know, she got out of the hole with Hitsugaya, grabbed the little necklace, and
Yeah. Wait, what the fuck?
Wait, what?
Yoruichi is still hanging out in Soul Society too. Like, where the fuck she didn't come back?
not yet, probably.
Because she was fighting Momo in Rangiku's,
Yeah.
and
That-
they
that's
both
what
showed up. This I don't know where they decided who was coming. I don't know where that conversation took place. Like what?
See, I expected Yoruichi to be there, but she wasn't there. You know.
She has no reason. She's the only one who has no fucking reason to be hanging out in Soul Society still.
What if at the very
Because
end?
Soifon's here.
Yep.
I hate Soifon. Who cares?
But like, why?
She's the worst. Well, I would have loved. I feel like the way to wrap this story up could have been fucking everything goes to shit, and then Urahara walks up. Good job, guys. I've got this from here, and it's just let me just clean up the dust from fucking Muramasa, and we would have had that little predecessor to the fucking Aizen fight.
We did get the
Well, what was
Sakura.
the-
You talk too much.
Yeah, that was
I
the
like
part
that.
that we like. He finished fighting Koga. Like Byakuya talks a lot, and then
Yeah.
someone Sakura says him back. He's like, "Oh yeah, you talk too much, dog."
Yep.
Like
I
that
loved
was the perfect cut to black.
Yep.
We're good.
Yeah, we should have been done with the show.
Because like Byakuya got his awesome time to shine,
Mhm.
fucked up Koga, and then I feel like the whole stuff with Muramasa after that just went way down. Just,
They didn't.
Yeah,
they
I
didn't
mean,
need
they
the
could have
power
let
team.
Orihime, you know, reject the whole process.
They could have not had B Team there and just had the Zanpakuto show up like 5 minutes after. Like it could have been Ichigo and Rukia. It's like we made it, and because Muramasa's like fucking dying over there.
Yeah.
And Ichigo,
It just seems
Rukia,
like, you know, like why does Ichigo need to be in the middle of it all the time? You know, like
he kind of did step in front of fucking Byakuya.
like
That
they
was his-
can't
Yeah.
they can't do anything without Ichigo. Like it makes the Soul Society look like a bunch of dummies
Very true.
because he's
They're,
constantly
re-
there.
they're
It's like-
relying on a substitute at this point
because he
all
doesn't
the time.
have fucking captain's meetings to go to. He just immediately gets in there.
it just like Ichigo. Let's do a filler arc minus Ichigo. He doesn't need to be in every one.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you're right. It would be really nice though.
Like
Just
we
kinda-
get him all the way through the story.
Yeah, like you said, Arrancar should get a spot.
Let's see
time
what
to
other
shine.
people are doing.
It's not like Ichigo's gonna go hang out with them.
Yeah.
I would prefer a
Unless
single.
it's just Nell.
It would be a single filler episode with Sasakibe and his Zanpakuto slipping on bananas. And I feel that
This
would be better than
motherfucker.
always having to fucking watch Ichigo win.
I'm gonna knock you out, Josh. I'm gonna knock you out big time, dude.
Also,
he's just
Omaida
jealous that
dies on a fucking cross.
Okay.
On a cross, Jesus.
When Bisuke comes up and just, yeah.
At least have him choke on a fucking cookie that he loves.
Nah, man, he doesn't deserve that.
All right, well, good news is the writers don't like Wabisuke either, so I
They
don't
love
think they
Omaida.
will-
Yeah.
They just,
Sam, talk
how
to him.
can we make this filler
Word up,
Give
word
him
up.
fucking one stand shots, just like get all the jokes out
That's
of
what they
this
should be
guy.
doing. They should put this people we don't normally see in here. Like, we don't need any more fucking Wabisuke bullshit. Rangi, take that shit out.
Yeah.
Momo tried to act like she was not some fucking psycho bitch this arc. It's like, I don't know what that
I like
was.
how she was totally trying to spew like, oh, you
Yeah.
guys can talk, leave your feelings at home or
Yeah.
some shit. Like,
It's like, oh yeah, like you do, Momo? It's like, you gonna talk to me about that shit,
Fucking
Momo?
clap her back.
Yeah,
as
it's like,
soon as she comes, we go back to fucking fake Karakura Town. She's gonna be still in that same mindset.
it's like, oh, aren't you the one who attacked your childhood friend over your captain that betrayed everybody?
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Didn't your eyes do the brown thing?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Oh, were you not allowed to go on any missions because you were psychologically not there? It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
That's
Didn't your
weird.
captain do multiple times where you got stabbed because everyone thought it was
Yeah.
you
God,
or
well,
him?
That
He
hasn't
really
happened
hit
yet,
homo.
but yeah.
What? That wasn't.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
he only did it once.
I think that happens in.
It's fake Karakura Town
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
But I thought he did it before.
All right. Well, I don't think I really have anything else to say about that arc.
Fuck Momo.
We kind of covered it. Obviously, fuck Momo, where that's still the status quo. They did a lot of injustice to a lot of the characters in this one.
Did you?
There's still 10 episodes left, so who
I
knows?
wonder what
maybe
we're gonna have, dude.
Maybe we'll get some justice going on, but it looks like it's gonna be a lot of the same characters again. If fucking Ichigo shows up, I don't know fucking why he would be there. Okay, well that is the end of at least Muramasa. We're gonna be moving on to the next 10 filler episodes whenever that happens. So who knows? We've never seen them before, so be sure to stick around. We'll be back every Friday with a new episode of Bleach Boys. And hopefully this is over soon and we go back to fucking canon because I am absolutely over it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you guys next time.